Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. The contenders starting to emerge as the NBA season picks up a little steam. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Enjoy the game, fans. I'll see you at halftime.
Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr on the sideline tonight. Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And one of the players we'll be seeing in this one, Kobe Bryant.
Well, Kevin, his big ball handling ability puts a lot of pressure on the defense. He's able to break down defenders, get to wherever he wants on the floor, and that allows him the best angle to attack the defense.
Something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
Checking out Los Angeles, we got to go back to the preseason preparation. It was really solid. They established a style of play that was perfect for their personnel, and it's paid immediate dividends at the start of this season.
And the personnel you mentioned wasn't necessarily well respected coming into the season, but they're quickly earning a lot of respect from around the league.
Now here's Payton. Number 23. Second chance shot, Bryant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Kobe Bryant, shooting one.
And what an amazing run it was for the Spurs last year in the postseason. You know, swept the Lakers, survived Golden State, and then dismantled Memphis on their way to the NBA Finals. And then, of course, we're seconds away from another championship banner.
Now here's Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Elliott kicks to Robinson. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Now getting back to the Spurs, they look better and better as they went deeper into the playoffs, Clark. People thought to be the heavy favorites at the start of the NBA postseason. But when they met in the finals, thoughts on who would win, I think, were pretty much split.
Yeah, and eventually, this was one heck of a series because the Spurs not only had experience and talent, but they had multiple options offensively and did such a terrific job sharing the ball. They took the Miami Heat to the limit, but at the end of the day, it came down to LeBron James and Dwayne Wade rising to the challenge. Well, let's start with the positive and the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for him.
Johnson's shot is off.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Back to Payton. Lakers passing it around. Here's Malone. No good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them in every sense of the word. Injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for LA. And I think a lot of people thought that the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
The Spurs would end up as the 2nd seed in the West and were right in the hunt for being the top seed for the majority of last season, but one reason they fell short was that they just weren't as good as they needed to be during in-conference games.
Now here's Payton. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia.
You know what was great too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember this game is all said and done.
Johnson draws the double. Elliott kicks to Johnson. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Going back to the Spurs, they did well against the West, but Steve didn't come close to matching the win totals of every other top team in the West.
Yeah, they would end the season with a 33-19 conference record, which, is pretty good, but still only fifth best in the West. It shows you how strong the Western Conference was a year ago, particularly at the top.
Here's Payton. San Antonio with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Now, I'll tell you what, of all the things they did well last season, maybe the most impressive was sweeping the season series against these guys.
Here's Del Negro. 14 points from him the last game again. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Both of these teams battling last year near the top of the conference.
I know it's a little bit of a shame it was so lopsided, but we'll see how things play out this year. Last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Here's Payton. Knocks it down from 7 feet.
He got a good clear look right over the top of his defender because of that height advantage.
Pass to Elliott. Here's Del Negro. Robinson left side. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Robinson's got his second bucket. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
Here's Payton. Right now averaging 17 points a game. That went off the back iron and out.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Del Negro the pass to Robinson. Here's Del Negro, defended by Shaq. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Here is Elliott, averaging 13 points a contest. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. And it's Shaq with the rebound.
You gotta like the defense, not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With the tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
And it's Payton. Time on the assist from Kobe. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
When you can make adjustments from the shot in mid-air and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the Lakers head coach. He said that with this being the first time they have seen each other this season, he wants to rely on his defense to set the tone. He said if we can get at them early and take away easy looks, we think we can wear them down over the course of this game and get the win. Let's see if their D can carry them, gentlemen.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Yeah, and early is the key word there, Kevin. If they can string together some stops right away, I think it'll really set the tone.
Which is just what they're going to be after, guys. They love to turn this into a defensive battle.
That free throw good from Herrera.
And, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Here's Malone. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. They double-team Johnson. He passes to Elliott. Back to Johnson. Baseline jumper. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired. And that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Just 2 to shoot. Kobe, no luck.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Del Negro the pass to Elliott. Rebound the Lakers, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, they heaved up a lot of ill-advised three-pointers in that loss because they were way too trigger-happy from downtown.
Yeah, and that's not the area on the court where you want to be forcing shots from. Heck, you are a great three-point shooter. You know that, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, it comes and goes, but you can't just rely on that when things aren't going your way.
Here's Shaq. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest field goal percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. Number 1, Kobe Bryant.
He's not a wasteful player. That much we've learned. He makes the most of the good looks he gets, and if it's not there, he's not going to force a bad shot.
But you know what, Steve? It's not all about shot selection. Let's not overlook what an unbelievable shooter he is, period. I mean, he can knock them down from all over the court with defenders draped all over him.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Lakers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Spurs, 7 games back.
Seeing where the Lakers are, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
Elliott kicks to Robinson. Johnson outside. Passes it to Elliott. That 3 off the mark.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Bryant is blocked by Johnson. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Will Purdue's checked in for Robinson. It's stolen. Here's Herrera. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Elliott the bucket.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Payton is guarded by Johnson. From 10 feet out, Payton, that's good. Payton's got 6.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Malone comes with the double team. Elliott passes to Johnson. Johnson off the bench from Herrera. Shot clock at 6. Johnson gets the bucket.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Lakers trail by 6. Payton outside. Lets it go from the wing. Good D by Johnson. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked into what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
Now here's Payton after the miss from Elliott. Payton with another miss. On the wing, Johnson. He has 6. Del Negro with a screen on Payton. Johnson, the pass to Del Negro. Back to Johnson. Here is Elliott. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He's head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with both the Warriors and the Spurs, and actually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
Here's Johnson, following the basket by Gary Payton. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
That's good from Herrera.
You know, you always want to try to win the free throw game when you're playing basketball. And the Spurs, while not getting to the line as much as their opponent or as much as they have in the past, they maximize their opportunities by shooting 80% from the stripe.
Here's Kersey. Here's Brooks. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
Here's Maxwell. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play. And Clark, what you said about the Spurs at the line, that's what the top teams do. They don't let their opponents get away with fouls and Steve Lee points at the charity stripe.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You know, over the course of the season, a lot of games get decided by just a couple of points. And if your team is able to make free throws at a high rate, like the Spurs, shooting just under 80% last year as a team, I mean, that's good for a big chunk of wins during the season.
Here's Fisher. Kicks to Scott. Right side Scott. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. 6th in steals, 10th in free throw percentage. And as for three-point shooting as a team, a little bit to be desired here. They're top 20 in the league. They can certainly do better and strive to do better there.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
And good on the basket. Cooking. And so it's San Antonio with it. 8-point game.
Yeah, they gave away a lot of points at the free throw line in that game. Maybe it was being on the road. Maybe they were just out of sync, but something had them rattled.
Steve, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but clearly the misses from the stripe had an impact.
And again, it's Dominique Wilkins. Wilkins has got his second basket of the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Now, here's Scott, averaging 8 points a game. Here's Kersey. That is good.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up. The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with the age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
Purdue, no luck. Now Scott, from deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
You know, once he crosses half court, you need to stay away because he can drop it from deep.
Yeah, he is a threat really from anywhere when he gets on a roll like this.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
This Saturday, November 30th, the Chicago Bulls take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. You don't want to miss it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually, have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively, they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
Spurs leading by 5. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jerome Kersey out there at Blunt. Then there's Byron Scott. Then there's Derek Fisher.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season in 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples. Playing in front of the Hollywood Stars has always been an energy boost for the Lakers, and they made the most of it even though they struggled away from home.
That's good from Alexander. Clark, as you said, with the Lakers, very good at home last season in what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They'd go 29-12 in Staples Center, which he put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, there really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, you know, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
Scott, there's the killer two-hand slam. They'd love to get more of those, the easiest two-point spots, and on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Pass to Maxwell. Puts it up from 15. Here's Purdue, and the layup's good off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
Lakers working the ball around now. That's good. Time call here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, last year, Greg Popovich received a $250,000 fine from the league for sitting out his starters in that game against Miami. They cracked down, but it wasn't the first time he rested his top players on a back-to-back. Pop explained the philosophy this way, saying, quote, "We're making a wiser decision and not a macho decision. It's about health and safety of players so that we have a shot at the end of the year. If I was taking my son or daughter to the game, I'd be disappointed. So I understand that perspective. Hopefully, they'll understand my perspective. My priority is the basketball team and what is best for it. Guys, it's always a balancing act."
It certainly is. Thank you, Doris. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Wilkins kicks to Alexander. And the pass to Williams. Feeds to Wilkins. Just 5 on the clock. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Wilkins has got 6 points.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
And here's something else, Steve. He invites contact when he's attacking the rim. He doesn't try to finesse his way through anything. He's going through by it.
And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Lakers, number 1.
Yeah, they did a great job last year of sharing the ball, pushing the ball in transition, and really spreading out the scoring. And they were very productive as a team.
And the Lakers making a change here. Knights checked in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And here is Scott. He's got 7. Kersey kicks to Fisher. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kersey. Robinson's checked in for the Spurs. Blunt passes to Scott. Puts it up from 17. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Williams backs in. Second chance effort. And the basket by Purdue. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And as the game has gone along, they've gotten much more aggressive on the offensive boards.
You know, crashing the boards is really an effort thing. It's an attitude and effort thing. And if teams get tired, they usually take a break on crashing the boards. But they've done just the opposite here.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. The shot's good from Alexander. And now it's an 11-point Spurs lead for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kersey with the ball. Williams picks him up. Here's Blunt. He feeds it to Fisher. 5 on the clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high and stuffs the alley-oop.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek. That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Back to Wilkins. From the line, again, the Spurs good for 2. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Scott kicks to Fisher. Pass to Kersey. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier. The Lakers making a switch here. San Antonio leading by 8. It's Wilkins on the wing. Plenty of space. Cannot hit.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Pass to Kersey. And that comes off the assist by Derek Fisher. Fisher's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Wilkins passes to Alexander. The feed now to Robinson. Backing down. On the clock. Fades. Shot is blocked. It's 3 on 3 on the fast break. Fisher with the ball. Williams picks him up. Fisher dishes to Kobe. Kersey passes to Blunt. Outside, Kobe. 18 feet out. And he can't bank that one in. Spurs leading by 6. Wilkins with the screen on Kobe. The pass to Purdue. There's the 3. Gets it to go. Alexander's got 7.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
A dramatic improvement for the San Antonio Spurs defensively last season, guys. Coach Pop had suggested that they might have gotten too old to be an elite defensive team anymore, but that wasn't the case. I think he challenged them a little bit, and they raised the bar of their defensive performance. It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Purdue the pass to Alexander. Dishes it to Robinson. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. And Clark, you mentioned the defensive improvement of the Spurs. Going into last season, their stat gurus told them they needed to focus even more on contesting shots. even if that meant committing more fouls or allowing more offensive rebounds.
Well, that's exactly what they did, Kevin. They gave up a few more offensive rebounds, fouled slightly more than they had the prior season, but they were better in terms of shot blocks, steals, and they held their opponents to a lower field goal percentage. So a great example of getting an edge from advanced stats.
Byron Scott is checked in for the Lakers. Outside, Kobe. Passes it to Blunt. Clock at 6. Misses off the left iron. Spurs leading by 9. Here's Alexander. It's rebounded by Blunt.
Even that close to the hoop, when you see that kind of defense, I think you got to move the ball back out to the perimeter.
Williams against Scott. He passes to Kersey. He kicks it to Kobe. Three-pointer. Rebound, Wilkins. The Spurs have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Wilkins draws the double. Right side, Williams. Pass to Alexander. The dish to Robinson. Shot from the wing. No good from Alexander. Lakers trail by 9. Kersey gets to Kobe. Pass to Kersey. Back to Kobe. Puts it up from 12. And the bank shot is good. Kersey's got 11 points.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
He dishes it to Wilkins. Outside Wilkins.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
The Spurs making a switch here. And so it's San Antonio with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Robinson goes in. Shaq with some nice D. The Lakers trail. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. Here's Fisher. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
It's Wilkins with the drive. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Lakers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Outside, Scott kicks it to Kobe. Fires top of the key. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Let's now take a moment to view the league's leading rebounders. And you look at Shaquille O'Neal, a terrific rebounder, 5th overall.
But you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what's made him such an important piece of the puzzle.
San Antonio leading by 5. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Fisher. And the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 8 points. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Scott against Wilkins. The pass to Blunt. Feeds it to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Can't get it to go. And the Spurs going the other way now.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And it's blocked by Scott. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Del Negro kicks to Robinson. And that one's good.
looking to go inside here. That's a good way to try to chip away at this lead. I mean, it's kind of like in football, the running game. Power that thing into the paint.
And that one falls for Robinson.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence. And it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
And the Lakers call time here. And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve. But the D was a concern in a major way.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense.
Elliott against Shaq. Passes it to Elliott. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. He passes it to Purdue. Here's Del Negro. 5 to shoot. Soft touch off the glass. And it's a 12-point Spurs lead. Lakers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. Scott with the ball. He has 7. Shaq is screen on Purdue. Payton drives in. Number 23. That's it. Coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Gary Payton.
1:32 left in the first half of the game. Del Negro the pass to Elliott. There's a screen by Robinson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Shaq's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Scott with the ball. Now guarded by Elliott. Scott dishes to Payton. Shot clock at 6. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently. 6th in steals, 11th in free throw percentage. And as for three-point shooting as a team, a little bit to be desired here. They're top 20 in the league. They can certainly do better and strive to do better there.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
Outside, Scott. And he lobs it up, and Payton throws it down.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed. All of the above.
Johnson kicks to Robinson. Shaq on him. 13 feet away. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Picture perfect with the turnaround. There's no stopping that shot.
Payton outside. He feeds it to O'Neal. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And an ideal finish to the quarter for them as he drains it at the buzzer.
Boy, I like the fact he didn't rush it at all. Fantastic shot.
That'll do it for the first half. Spurs lead by 8. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good evening out there, and welcome to 2K Sports. San Antonio on top against Los Angeles. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? We've seen David Robinson scoring effortlessly against the Lakers. He has 11 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. And hanging tough, the Los Angeles Lakers. They've started out well this season, but experiencing a letdown in this one. Kobe, he's off to a rough start. Just can't find anything going for himself. He's shooting under 30% from the floor. Checking out some of the games still in progress. Out at Time Warner Cable Arena, it's the Bobcats trailing to Milwaukee. Third quarter out there, but it's not a close one. Now let's check out what's going to be coming up later on. For the Magic, they'll be up against the Hawks out in Atlanta. That'll be some good Eastern Conference play out there. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And to look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. The Miami Heat will go up against the Raptors in Toronto. That's a 7 p.m. tip time, 10 Pacific. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now let's head on back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back as we return here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Really an incredible game from David Robinson.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
On the court right now for the Spurs, Herrera is out there with Robinson. That's Elliott, then it's Del Negro, and it's Johnson in at the point. Shaq is screen on Del Negro. Payton's shot is off. San Antonio leading by 8. The feed to Robinson. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. That's the first of 6 played on the road.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Kings game. Should be a close one.
The Lakers shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. Now here's Payton. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Back to Payton. Johnson's there. Payton passes to Kobe. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 9 points for Kobe Bryant.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Johnson outside. Dishes to Robinson. Back to Johnson. Pass to Elliott. Clock at 6. Looking to end his cold spell. But there he comes. Del Negro's got 7 points. Lakers trail by 7. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Elliott a screen on Payton. Del Negro against Kobe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Good strength there. Just barely off with that attempt.
I don't think you can fault him right there. A lot of contact on that.
The Spurs have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
First one falls for him. And so Del Negro nails both of them. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Malone a screen on Johnson. With the shot. Excellent D there by Johnson. San Antonio leading by 7. Pass to Del Negro. Johnson with the screen on Payton. Del Negro the pass to Elliott. 6 to shoot. And there's the pass to Herrera. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
D was all over it. They just just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
For San Antonio, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That free throw good from Herrera. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the Lakers call time here. Now let's take a second to bring up our rookie leaderboard for a glance at this year's top first-year free throw shooters. 5th best, Kobe Bryant.
He needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And that's what can take rookies a little time to learn, Steve. Knocking down your free throws is one thing, but getting to the line with aggressive, smart play is the hard part.
Here's Malone. And the shot is good. Malone's got 4 this quarter.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
San Antonio calls timeout. And San Antonio has possession. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Passes to Elliott. Six on the shot clock. That's good. Elliott's got 8 points.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Screen by Malone. Number 23, covered by Elliott. Shot's good.
Good job there recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
Pass to Del Negro. Here's Herrera, guarded by Kobe.
Kevin, let's take a look here to see where the Lakers rank in the NBA. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also number 1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
And the first one drops.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Lakers trail by 9. Second half here, we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yep, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Here's Elliott. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Elliott's got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Kobe dishes to Payton. Shaq is screen on Johnson. Payton kicks to Malone. Feeds it to O'Neal. Robinson on him. Tries from 10. Bank shot. No good. Spurs leading by 9. Malone with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Payton connects on the 17-footer. Payton's got 12 points in the game.
Great job capitalizing on that steal and getting the easy points in transition.
Exactly how it should be done after a turnover.
Pass to Elliott. Makes the lead pass. That's the bucket.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
Lakers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Malone with the screen. Swiped away. The 17-footer. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Good, tough defense there. Getting a hand up, forcing that miss.
Well, he's got the reputation of being a tough defender, and there was an example right there for him.
Down low.
Maybe that'll work now. It's impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek. That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Del Negro the pass to Elliott. Here's Herrera. Spurs passing it around. Del Negro kicks to Robinson. Into Johnson. Now the pass to Elliott. Shot clock at 5. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
Now Kobe, 11 points in the game. Shot on the wing. Payton, second shot opportunity. That's good. Now just a 5-point Spurs lead.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Johnson goes in. He passes to Herrera. Here's Del Negro. Passes it to Elliott. From deep. Rebound by Kobe. Kobe's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Payton against Del Negro. Johnson. Pass to Elliott. Here's Herrera. Pass to Elliott. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive bat, Elliott's got 12. Lakers trail by 7. Payton outside. Outside, Kobe. He kicks it to Malone. There's the dish to O'Neal. Count it, and we'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That's on David Robinson.
Yeah, that's just too easy. He is so skilled inside.
The Spurs making a switch here. Maxwell's checked in. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've just continued to shoot well.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
Johnson off the bench for Maxwell. Del Negro against Payton. Robinson from 6 feet out. He nails it. Robinson's got 13. Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game. 58%. Kobe kicks to Payton. Malone. Back to Payton. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Look out, guys. I mean, I think there's a lot more where that came from. When he gets it going like this, it is not easy to slow him down.
Johnson against Payton. And that's out of bounds for Lakers. Will retain possession. Elliott's checked in for Herrera. Shot clock at 6. Hit his leg. And it's whistled a kick. Herrera's checked in for the Spurs. On defense, the Spurs. Payton kicks to Kobe. Puts it up. A rebound by the Spurs. Robinson's got his 5th rebound in this one. San Antonio leading by 8. Johnson outside. Back to Robinson. Johnson outside. There's the pass to Elliott. He dishes it to Robinson. Clock at 6. Here is Elliott. Floats one and fouled hard that time. No, get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Kobe Bryant.
Well, I think when you notice one of his tendencies, his specialties really, it's his ability to shoot the ball from the corner. He always seems to be drifting to that area. So proficient from that spot.
And there's a good reason for that, Steve. Usually he's going to knock him down from over there. I mean, we've seen it more than a few times happen that way.
First free throw is good. And the Spurs making a change here. Del Negro's checked in. And both free throws good for Elliott. Lakers trail by 10. Kobe kicks to Payton. Malone. Back to Payton. Payton left side. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them this season, shooting about 78%.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
That's good from Payton. Here's Del Negro. 9 points in the game so far. Malone comes with the double team. Passes it to Maxwell. Kicks to Robinson. Uses the glass to drop it in. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter. And Los Angeles guys shooting it beautiful here in the third. 56% from the field. And here's Kobe. He's got 11. Payton outside. Back to Kobe. Here's the floater. And that is good.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
Guys, we haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we'd come to expect, especially after last season.
The free throw drops for Kobe. San Antonio leading by 6. Here's Del Negro, averaging 16 points a game. And there's a minute 45 left here in the third quarter.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
Kobe with it, now defended by Maxwell. Kobe dishes to Malone. Can't get it to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Here's Maxwell, averaging 8 points a game. He passes to Del Negro. Here is Elliott. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Malone.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up big time.
Johnson, he's checked in for Herrera. And that one falls for Robinson. Here's Scott. 7 points in the game. Payton outside. He feeds it to Malone. Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up at the stripe, and that one's good. Payton's got 7 now in this quarter. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
Scott with the ball, averaging 8 points a game. Number 23, again the Lakers.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Johnson outside. Here is Elliott, and he banks in the layup. Elliott's got 16. Now here's Payton, 17 points in the game. On one. And we've reached the end of the first. It's the Spurs up by 7. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Thursday, December 5th, the Miami Heat go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls. Don't miss out.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we're about to be back. Lakers trail by 7. We've got Byron Scott. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Malone. Then it's Gary Payton. That's the Laker 5. The feed to O'Neal. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Shaq's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. Johnson outside. Back to Robinson. Good.
They've got to bring the double team on him.
Yeah, I would have expected to see that already, Carson.
Ferrero's checked in for the Spurs. That one misses for Robinson. And here's the Lakers. They trail by 7. Wide open look. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Boy, the deeper we get into this game, the more offense we're seeing.
And that goes for both teams, Steve. Everybody firing on all cylinders right now.
Johnson, the pass to Robinson. Left block shot on the way. Payton outside. Scott. Shaq kicks to Payton. Launches a 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
How about the passing? They're moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
The Spurs shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Here's Wilkins. Goes back up. Robinson can't get that one to fall.
Textbook defending there. He didn't give him an inch of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, great footwork and terrific positioning, Clark.
Scott kicks to Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Velvet defending. To tie it up. Payton, good. Payton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. They're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Elbow shot is on the way. Breaks a big high bounce and goes in. 24 points for Robinson.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
And the Lakers call time here. One guy who's been getting it done is David Robinson.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burgers across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Lakers coach as he addressed his team. He told the squad, guys, it's close. It's our power execution here. If you do
Payton drives in, leaps for it, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. It should be close, I think.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. San Antonio with the rebound. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Shaq sends it back. This is the sky. Count the basket and the foul. That's on David Robinson.
And I like that move to the hoop. You use your speed, go around the bigger defender.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Del Negro gets to Wilkins. Pass to Herrera. Spurs passing it around. Pass to Del Negro. Feeds to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Wilkins. The Lakers with the rebound. Shaq's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Payton outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Shaq is screened on Del Negro. And they double up Payton. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. San Antonio calls timeout. Without question, Gary Payton is playing his skills today.
He's on fire. They need to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Del Negro kicks to Wilkins. Right through the knee for the layup. Now Kobe. Payton outside. He kicks to Malone. Back to Payton. With the lead pass. Here's Kobe. Robinson with the block. Here's Del Negro. Back to Wilkins. Wilkins off up for Robinson. Wilkins with the ball. Now Payton defending. Johnson kicks to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And another thing you see him do a lot and do very well is draw and dish. He brings defenders to him in the low post and then kicks the ball out to the wide open teammate for double team.
Here's Payton. At the line. Jerome versus check in for Karl Malone. Del Negro against Kobe. Back to Robinson. The pass to Del Negro. Robinson a screen on Kobe. The shot by Wilkins. And another basket for San Antonio.
They can't afford to give him that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to fight over the top of that.
Here's Payton. Clarkson, tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Inside to Shaq. That's it. Coming off an assist for Payton. Payton's got a 6 9 10 tonight with that last one.
Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they
percentage looks.
Lakers trail by 3. Smooth as silk on the fingerboard. Payton's got 13 points now in the second half.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They got to at least get a finger on him.
The dish to Wilkins. Wilkins off the pick from Robinson. Teardrop shot. That's a blocking foul. He'll shoot free throws.
Looking at the game for Wilkins, he has 12 points and he's getting it done on the glass too.
Now you're right, Clark. He's done some really nice work inside.
That free throw good from Wilkins. Both shots good from the strike.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Lakers trail by 3. And here is Payton. Inside the Shaq. Del Negro pulls it in. Del Negro's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That turnover right there isn't a typical performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
Payton with the ball. Shaq is screen on Johnson. Payton dishes to Kobe. And good. Kobe's got 10 points in just his second half. Here's Del Negro. Back to Wilkins. Passes it to Herrera. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Feels like a flip has been switched at halftime because both teams now really getting after it.
And it's been a fun half of basketball, Steve.
Payton right side. Hits the outside fadeaway. Payton's got 26 points. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. And the Shaq Galaxy's fouled at the chance for a 3-point play.
He made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Spurs making a switch here. Elliott checked in. Free throw good, Del Negro. Lakers trail by 4. Outside, Scott. He dishes it to Kobe. Payton. Back to Kobe. Just 5 to shoot. Off his leg. And they're saying to kick the ball. Spurs on defense. Now here's Payton. 5 to shoot. He's in there. But there's Shaq. That's the assist by Payton. Shaq's got 6 in the quarter.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Herrera passes to Johnson. Kicks it to Robinson. Tips it to him. No good on the front. San Antonio lead. That's Relly. Here's Del Negro. Defended by Shaq. Rejected by Payton. Payton right side. Number 23. Del Negro defended. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the number 2. This is going to be for Johnson.
He's got 26 points and a huge couple of assists as well. Now he's a right field Clark. I mean, he conducted this offense pretty on a fantastic performance.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Spurs are on to the fourth quarter, shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Johnson to the pass to Relly. Back to Johnson. And there's the pass to Herrera. Shot clock at 6. Robinson. Oh, well, 1 feet away. And he nails the jumper. Robinson's got 17 points. Here in the second half.
What an excellent performance from the field.
They managed to stop. He got on the lead. He was using those Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in the first half. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
That was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Gary Payton.